Hi, this is Laurie Schuster from Pierce College Library. Today we're going to look at how to use Primo, the library's search tool that will search everything in the library. That includes printed and online books, articles, and videos. So Primo I like to think of as Google of the library because it's trying to search all 80 of our article databases as well as the information that we have about our printed books and our DVDs. And today I'm going to work with the topic Croatia and human rights. So the techniques that we'll look at in this search will apply to your other categories such as the environment, social media, and public health. So I'm going to go ahead and click go, and Primo will look through all of our sources and find us a mix of lots of things, including newspaper articles, books, articles from peer-reviewed journals, and if there's other types of sources, they'll be listed over here in the Refine My Results area. The number after each source type tells you how many results appear of that source type in our list over on the left. We can also see a date range from the oldest to the newest source, and we have lots of ways to filter our results over here on the left-hand side. If a source says that it is available online and says that full text is available with a little green circle, that means you can simply click the View Online tab below, and it should open the source right in one of our library databases. For example, this source is coming from ProQuest database. For this particular source, I can read an abstract, which will give me a summary of what the article is about, and I have two different options for connecting to the full text of the article. I can read this HTML view, which is essentially all the words that were in the article on the page, or I can come over to the right and choose a PDF version, which will be a scanned image of the article, and that's often a lot nicer to read. In ProQuest, it also gives us the option of connecting out to some electronic books that might be related as well, and the ability to cite our source in MLA or APA format, email the article to ourselves, all kinds of great tools that are available in most of our library databases. I'm going to come back to our results here in Primo, and let's say it's a book that you wanted from the library, for example this one. This book is available on the circulating shelves at the Puyallup campus, and let's unpack that just a little bit. This catalog tracks the books that are at Puyallup as well as Fort Steilacoom, and it's no trouble to have a book brought from one campus to the other. There's a carrier van that makes a trip every day. Circulating means it's a book that you're able to check out of the library and take home, and books can be checked out for 3 weeks. If it said it was a reference book, that would be a book that would need to get used here in the library, and both libraries have a scanner that are available for students to scan a limited number of pages from reference books. If it is a book to check out, we definitely will need to know the call number. That's where the book is shelved. And a nice little hint about the currency is the number at the end that looks like a year. It is. It's the year that the book was published. If I wanted to see a little bit more about this book, I can click on the Details tab, and it will open a little window down below the item, and it will show you a little bit about the subjects that this book covers, as well as the table of contents. That's what's here under the description field. So I can get a little bit of better idea what kinds of things that they would discuss in this book, as well as how many pages it is, the copyright date, and all sorts of things. One of the cool features about a book is you can come over to this Actions tab, and you can actually ask Primo to cite the source for you in APA or in MLA format. And most automatic tools are getting pretty good these days. They usually get us to about, 80% of the way there. It's always a good idea to double check these citations and make sure that everything is in the right order, that the italicizing is correct, the capitalization is correct, and just give it a good common sense check. A very handy tool to refine your search is actually to come up here and put quotation marks around the two-word phrase human rights. By putting quotes in there, it will ask the search engine to keep these two words, human rights, stuck together as a two-word phrase. And the reason I'm interested in doing that is in this example down below, it broke the word rights out away from the word human. So that can help me refine my sources a little bit. So I'm going to click search. And instead of 1,145 results, I now have 888. So it cut down the field a little bit, and I can see that this first result is really on target with a 2010 Human Rights Report on Croatia. So that might be an excellent source for me to take a look at. So I'm going to switch things up a little bit and show you that you can also type in your country and the word environment. And sometimes this will bring back things that I really didn't intend. When I thought of environment, I thought of the natural resources and pollution and issues like that. But what Primo found me were things about the business environment, which is important, but really for another section of this project about the economy. So instead of the word environment, I'm going to change the environment to pollution and launch a new search. And now by changing to a specific environmental factor that I'm concerned about, now I'm seeing things like an air study, an air pollution study in Croatia, or mineral oil in the drinking water as a pollution accident that happened. So that's really connecting me a lot more to the environmental aspects of this situation. So in our previous video in one of the other modules in Canvas, we talked about using a document to collect your information. This is where I can kind of jump back into my Croatia research questions and information document, and in a section on the environment I can start taking some notes about what are some of the big environmental concerns. So from my Primo results, I saw that mineral oil was found in the drinking water, and I've just gone in and put the information about the source so I can keep track of where I saw that. And I also noticed that Croatia is working on reducing pollution in the Adriatic Sea on their own, and also with Bosnia and Herzegovina, which are nearby countries. So that's a nice way that I can start gathering some information about environmental issues that I might want to explore a little bit later once I am really doing some serious research on my topic. But it's a great idea to capture these now. Another advanced search feature I wanted to show you is the idea of looking for terms that have multiple meanings at the same time. And we can do this as an OR search. So if I was interested in public health concerns in Croatia, maybe I'd type in disease or illness, and Primo will look for either of those words along with the word Croatia. So an important thing to know about an OR search is it's good to enclose the OR part in parentheses so that the search tool knows where to begin and end its choices of words, similar words that it can look for. And we'll have directions about how to do the AND search, a phrase search, and an OR search with some more examples in your Canvas information from the library. So now when I've performed this search, I can see some information about HIV and AIDS, tuberculosis, or other disease outbreaks that were caused by a flood. So it looks like there are some public health concerns that are going on in that region that I might want to be aware of. So to kind of wrap things up with this video, Primo is kind of the Google of the library, and it's available right here in the middle of the library homepage. And please let a librarian know if you have any questions or if you're having trouble kind of finding some of those search terms to clue in on different aspects that you're researching. Thanks for watching.